Alright, so this is a complimentary video to one I have, well, I did this one yesterday, where I placed this on the end of, well, new plug. So before I begin, I'll reiterate, like I did in the last video, this is a complimentary too. This is dangerous. This is for educational purposes only. If you're in my country specifically, that's where the dangerous part sort of applies by. How to put it? Just don't do this unless, of course, you're licensed to in my country. I don't know about your country. I don't know how rules work there, but if you are doing this, then you do so at your own risk. Okay, now I said that. Grab my scissors again. So I made it quite clear that when I did this that I didn't like it. I have seen similar sort of work done by, well, what appears to be similar sort of work done by companies that sell products here in Australia, or at least get them ready to be sold. And yeah, I'm just not happy about the job I did. So I am going to take this off. Now, a big issue I've always had with these is taking it off. And I completely forgot about that. Something I should have nabbed before. Okay, that was definitely not helpful. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm struggling like this and think that it's ridiculous, well, ridiculous doing this, yes, but ridiculous that these should be so difficult to get into, don't be. It's supposed to be like that. There you go. Alright, got that out. So, with that done, I will be cutting it off here. And leave that as it is for now. I should have grabbed my ruler before. Oh yeah. So what does it say on here? I need 50 millimeters. So that's 5 centimeters of exposed cores. So it's about there. And then I need 6 millimeters, which would be just over half a centimeter. There, that's better. So before I go any further, I'm going to push this up here. So that's where it's supposed to sit. Now, I have this stuff called heat shrink. Oi. I've been out the last few days, and unfortunately I've been around people who've been smoking. Doesn't do good with my asthma. Now this heat shrink will hopefully create an extra layer of, how to put it, hopefully give it a bit more meat. One. Ooh, I like that. That's got a lot more grip on it. Sweet. Alright, I need my little screwdriver. I will take out, so what is brown? Brown is the active. I will insert the active first. There we go. Up and around. And now I will do the neutral. That should just be one shot like that. There we go. And I can use this to gently prod that in. Probably not necessary, but it's just neater. All right. Ooh, that is way better. Ooh, yeah. That's what I want to feel. So basically, what I'm not getting anymore is like it being really loose and moving. Now it's really firm. And I don't see that at my workplace, and I don't see that at other places that I go into, and I see that they've clearly had one of these, well, plugs put on. Yeah, there's way better. Oof. All right, so now with these, I could have potentially caused some issues constantly moving them in and out, constantly twisting them, and then shoving them in. And see, when you look at these there, oh, hang on. Oh no. Yeah, see, that's way longer. That's almost a centimetre. This one's more appropriate, but it is 1 millimetre over. So yeah, I didn't do an absolute terrible job. No, that's better. I just noticed some of the heat shrink wasn't sitting right. Probably should have had the heat shrink a little further up. Maybe have covered the inner cores. But that's got a nice grip on it. I like that. I don't like seeing these plugs where they're all flimsy. And while I'm not licensed, I do have an understanding of how these are supposed to be put together a little more than this. But the first video wouldn't have shown that. That was horribly stupid. But this I'm much more happy with. So if I plug this in here. Now it is still turned off, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, hang on. Oops. Oops. Getting ahead of myself again. So this here should be connected to here. Should not connect here. And there's never going to be a connection here. This one here should connect to this side. It's not going to connect here. And no connection here. And number 3 should not be connected to anything. Not here, and definitely not there. Perfect. Last time I was at work, I wasn't tightening down. I was doing a job, but I didn't do everything as the way I should have. The last sort of thing I did, I'd either get too, oh, got to do it, or I went back and undid it all, but did it properly, but still it was wrong. And I am still learning that I need to take my time doing things, and having people tell me to, no, you got to hurry up, honestly just doesn't help. I don't care that I worked somewhere for a year or so. Unless if I'm doing it every day, I am not going to remember every single step perfectly. But getting the space to be able to do the job properly sometimes, in some places, is just not... all you can do is try. So I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to turn it on. Alright, so lamp works. I don't believe that. I can understand, and after some Googling, I discovered it's a triac that's the main controller in here. Still something similar to a resistor, a transistor, but that is amazing. Ah, there we go. That's the problem I was talking about. Alright. So to show what I mean, I'll turn that off. I can't turn around and give this to a customer or a client or a friend, because an electrician comes along or something happens in the house and this is at fault, well, insurance company ain't going to be happy, are they? So what I just did wasn't, it's not professionally accepted in my country. So when I take this thing, oh no, it's about the same. And it's a little bit worse. It's just that initial getting started, that slow point where it's a bit iffy. I mean, even when I got this thing back, when it was freshly oiled and everything, it was still acted like this. I don't know, to me, it seems like the one that's not controlled with a resistor is fine. It's better. It's just how it feels when using it, that's all. Whether it is... The new one should also be more energy efficient, since you don't have a giant transistor, a giant resistor basically just wasting power. And now I'm starting to remember what happened yesterday. Sewing machine that I got set up was working nice. Someone had screwed with it to the point where I don't know what they were doing. I don't know why they did it. But took a machine that I had working and completely boned it up. Man, did that drive a nail into a nerve for me. Kind of wish that I was around a little bit more so I could have helped that person, especially with the proper sort of setup, but as I've said with sewing machines before, you don't use the right bobbin for the right machine. This machine took plastic bobbins and for some reason they stuck a metal one in there. And boy was it struggling. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, I should have had that a little further up, but oh well. Way better than what it was before. Yeesh. It'd be interesting to actually use this machine again and try to do some sewing. And this is the thing I find funny. So it's got an adjustment marker here, but it hasn't been drilled out. So yeah. Oh, come on. I need to close you up. There we go. Yibbity yibbita.